Hey everybody, Cowboy here. This morning we took a look at Bitcoin, and this could be on like maybe a few days horizon, maybe a week or two. So this video is going to come out in a couple of days, should still be valid. If you have any questions though, feel free to zap the QR code at the bottom right hand side of the screen, go to algofactory.tech, or if you wait until after this quick clip, you'll be able to find out who we are, what we do, and how to find us. Enjoy. Down to the 3 hour here, swing trade time frame. And 42675 is where some liquidity has built up, and that's right above price. I mean, that's really close. This 42675 is a big number to be so close, right? Now, the way that these liquidations work is that once price favors a move once the charts really favor a move in the direction of these liquidation areas, that's when there tends to be a move. So sure, the liquidation's there, but if the algos and the chart itself, price action, all that, if it favors a move down, then there's a pretty low chance price is going to grab those. It can happen, but it usually has to wait until price wants to go in the direction of these. So we'll put that there. Now, the thing to know about these liquidation nodes is that they can change, right? So if these right here, this spike that I'm putting my mouse on, that's what I just put on the chart. And the reason that is there is because people are betting on the price going down. But this is where those trades are all going to get liquidated. So if price goes down and people take profit, these disappear. So liquidation profiles need to be refreshed as the market changes, right? So we can't just put that up there and for the next 3 days be like, yeah, that's where liquidation is. Like, no, you gotta check it out, like, a lot. So anyway, you have another spot here down at about 40,000. You have another one at 38.9, which has been there for a while. So basically 39,000, 38.6, 39. And we've been looking at that for several days, maybe even weeks. 38.6 to 38.9. So basically here. All right, so in this block, and right now the charts do favor a move down, and I've been saying this for a long time now, ever since this liquidation node showed up, I think a couple weeks ago. It would be very reasonable for price to move down and grab this. It doesn't mean that it's going to continue down after that. It doesn't mean it won't jump up and grab this one before it grabs these. But in the end, despite the path that price might take, this has been pretty sticky. This liquidation block has been staying there. And this liquidation, for those who are new, these are people who have gone long. Okay, so these are people who are betting on the price going up. And I don't like to use the term bet, but this is the beginner live lab and people think that way. We don't gamble here, we trade. There's a big difference. We scientifically determine the probability of winning trades based on a trade methodology. And when you do that, you're not betting anymore. You're sitting in a slot machine, except that you have tilted the odds in your favor at the slot machine. You know that every time you pull that handle, you have let's just say a 68% chance of winning. Now, if you had that and you went to Vegas and you knew you had a better than 50-50 chance of winning at the slot machines, you would sit there all day long and you would play the slots. Am I wrong? V, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
It's not wrong, but you have degenerates. Forgive me if you like slot machines. I'm not talking to you unless you are a degenerate. I get it. I used to like to gamble myself. Ever since I started trading, I couldn't gamble anymore. But imagine if you could sit in front of a slot machine, but the odds are 68% in your favor. Anybody would sit there and play those slots all day. Now, they might play with pennies and, who knows what they would do. But if you zap this QR code, it's also on the top left-hand side of the screen. We can show you how we do this. And if you work really hard, you can create that kind of methodology to tilt odds in your favor, right? Okay, so just a quick commercial. Now, left of here is, this block that I just talked about, heavier to the downside. So say 39,000, high 38s, that's where the real sweet spot is. And again, I think if this sticks around, if this doesn't go anywhere, then yeah, we're going to see price probably make its way down there. So as a matter of fact, I'm convicted in this enough to where I'm considering taking off my. I have a fill trade, Filecoin. So I may take that trade off. We'll see. We'll see about it. I need to, after the show, take a look at that. We won our Solana trade. We put our stop to entry. So that trade's like permanent profit. But now that Bitcoin is doing this, I'm not liking the way the chart looks. Here's the reality. Bitcoin needs to find an equilibrium before the altcoins are really going to do well. So the choice we have now is, do we cut our losses on our crypto trades or not, right? Well, I'm about halfway to stop loss on my Filecoin trade, and I think Bitcoin, let me just take a look at volatility. See, that's on the 3 hour, so, but volatility is dropping on the daily, not on the, but it is rising on the 3 hour. Oh shoot, I need to reset this. Hold on. TradingView has some glitches. Let's see here. Got to reset this chart really quick. Everybody stand by. Okay. Volatility dropping on the weekly, but it's rising on the high time frame. So it just looks like for now, let's see. Let me expand this. Let me go to the daily. Let me take a look at the volatility metric that we use. Volatility is going down on the daily. It's going up on the 3 hour, but it's going down on the daily. So do I want to risk it and stay in my crypto trade? Filecoin has kind of, it's sticking around, say 470, right? It's hanging out, but Bitcoin wants to go down. So it's almost as if maybe I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do with Filecoin is I'm gonna put a stop loss below, let's say 450. I'm gonna move my stop loss up on Filecoin to say 450 even. I'm gonna do that right now. Give me a sec. Stop loss at 4. So that's gonna limit my loss because now we're in a scenario where it could go either way. And if it continues down, then I will cut my losses. If it goes upwards, I'm still in the trade, and I give myself a little bit of space below price. So I'm going to note this in the main chat here so everybody who is not watching this video can see this. Moving Filecoin stop loss to 450. Okay, good. Trade management. So back to the chart here. This is a daily chart, daily time frame here. So what happens with price? Usually with Bitcoin, the price runs up, stays in a certain area, and then takes a move, right? It generally does not make a large move and then a large move in the opposite direction. This is very typical for Bitcoin, and it doesn't mean that it always 100% always does this, but it tends to do this. It doesn't go normally up and then down. Not very common. It will, but usually it goes up, hangs out in an area, grabs some liquidity, hangs out in an area, grabs some liquidity, hangs out in an area, grabs some liquidity. You know, that's just kind of Bitcoin at this time in the market, right? In this slow time in the market. So as it stands right now, there's a decent chance that on a lower time frame even, price might hang out where it is. And if it doesn't move from its current area, if price for Bitcoin stays, say, above 40,000, it doesn't jump down and grab that 9,000 area, then the altcoins might actually do well. I don't see it happening. I think price is going to dive down and grab that, but it's just might take a little time to get there. Hey everybody, Cowboy here. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget you can go over to www.algofactory.tech. Zap the QR code on the screen. Get us on Twitter at algo_factory777. And don't forget, we help people become traders. We help also to put people on the road to creating an algorithm that you can automate if that's what you would want to do. You can walk away, trade, it's a beautiful thing. And limited time, $49.99 a month for the membership. We hope to see you there. Thanks.